Hi there, welcome or welcome back. My name is Yuru and let's get into Pikuniku together. Heads up, I won't be talking about the co-op levels because I don't have a friend nor a controller. Pikuniku is a puzzle adventure game that was published by Devolver in 2019. Oh god, it's been 6 years.
What? How? Is anything real?
Me? Yes, you! I'm going to give you something. Free money! Yes, you heard me right! All you have to do is let my robots collect all your useless junk in your area. So what are you waiting for? Call us now! And remember, you are perfect!
Side effects may include, but not limited to, headaches, nausea, drought, hunger, deforestation, being experimented on, and death. We wake up in a cave alongside a ghost, then move a bit and grow legs, then start making our way up to the surface with some nice simple 2D platforming.
Guys, I swear to God, I'm good at 2D platforming.
Once we go out, a sign can be seen that reads, "Warning, do not open this door, the beast sleeps ahead."
Okay, slay, cause I look adorable for a beast. Like, what's your skincare routine?
We make our way down to a cornfield, but as we go through the bridge, it snaps. We swim and continue, but hide immediately as there's some villagers coming. Thankfully, they return to their village, but as the stupid little thing we are, we go towards them. And so they panic, and one of them throws his friend at us. We get thrown into a cage and they continue to scream, but stop shortly after they realize that we're just adorable. So they release us on the promise that we fix the bridge. We crushed some eggs that hatched immediately after, which then had to be returned to their mother. We played some hide and seek with a rock, then collected 3 apples and opened a platforming challenge. Went through the village multiple times, and I mean multiple times.
Now, explain to me why it took me so long before realizing I had to kick a freaking spider! This is literally my only criticism with this game. Because it doesn't really tell you what to do. And like, usually I'm all for that, but Pikuniku isn't a game like, let's say, Yumeniki or One Shot. They had a reason for being that confusing while also having a big map, whereas Pikuniku doesn't have a map that big to justify this decision. So I had to look at guides multiple times.
Since the bridge is fixed, the villagers now trust us enough to allow us into their home. And holy shit, he does not skip leg day, damn. We then challenged the local basket champion and win 3 times in a row.
Because I love 100% in games and I hate myself.
We go into the artist's house only to find that they were struggling to paint a scary face for the scarecrow. So they ask for our help. And of course I drew Hector the Rock. The most badass rock, mind you. We return to the scarecrow to give it the new face. And as the crows fly away in fright, a giant robot appears out of nowhere and crashes into us.
Ugh, no manners.
Anyways, Mr. Sunshine makes an appearance once we return to the village, saying that he had a surprise. A free tour, but only reserved for one.
Bye, have a great time.
And with that, the way into the forest becomes available. We see that the forest is being cut by the robots. Oh no! So they ask us to save their friends and then to save the forest.
Huh. I'm starting to think this is becoming a JRPG plotline.
We do some puzzling, some saving, and some bombing.
Come on.
Tiny people.
Get 'em!
After whispering among themselves whether they could use us or not, they invite us to meet them at the club for their secret organization. We listen to some sick tunes and get ourselves a chic pair of glasses to get into the club. They decide on proving ourselves worthy by beating the Dance King! We do some Yakuza moves and beat his ass. They award us with a metro card which we use to get down to their base. Side note, that also has an abandoned metro.
They welcome us to, drumroll, a bunker! Huh? What do you mean no one calls it that? Well, screw you! No, you listen here, you little
They elaborate on Mr. Sunshine's schemes as who is collecting useful resources and trying to cover it all up with free money, which like, no, there's clearly a trade happening. They ask for our help to beat up the robots, and so we do exactly that. Once we're back at the base, a blue villager pops out of nowhere and once again asks for our help. Why are we the only one? We check out someone's toaster before we head out. A toast god? Toastopia? Literally the best soundtrack. You can't convince me otherwise. I would say this is the most challenging platforming area, but it's still very easy because it's Pikuniku for God's sake. It's just fun and giggles over here. We unplug the thing and continue our journey of it's time to kick the robot. What the f? Why is it so long? Never mind, that ended quickly. But before we can celebrate, we get an intruder alert. A warm intruder. They tell us that their water had disappeared. And with the electricity room now available, we do some puzzling and the metro is back on. Onto the lake. But as we quickly see, it's all dried up. And once again, Sunshine Inc. is behind this. The worm shows up again and advises us to meet their mother. But since they lost the keys to access the area, it's time to dig with Pictag! The pure love and passion the developers had for this really shows in moments like this. Once we're in the cave, she asks that we find her son, Ernie, as they had gone missing.
And so we happily accept, right guys? Guys? You whiny bitch! I happily accept.
We find the game in one of the worm's rooms. I think I've seen a GameCube around. Aha! Let's see what I can play. And there's an achievement too. Let me see.
999? What? How do you expect me?
Anyways, we find Ernie. What have you been drinking? Is that radioactive? We listen and we don't judge. We kick them a bit since they can't move anymore. We listen and we return to Mother and then to the rebels. We kick some butt again and the water is back. But before we can leave, Mr. Sunshine captures us. Though Wormy helps us escape pretty quickly. We slowly start to see his schemes with the new urban planning of the villages. An experiment to quote-unquote create new perfect beings called the Sunshiners. A robot replacement for the villagers. With all of this, Wormy finally realizes their true intentions. I can't, oh my god. Great job! He'll be erupting the volcano to wipe the island clean and start new. So we rush to him. And of course he sends his robots after us. Here comes Ernie! Let's go! Oh, thanks for nothing. Wait, one of them is getting paid while the other is not?
Permission denied. That's an off-topic question. Next, you have been stopped.
Workers' rights! Eat the rich! Mr. Sunshine sighs and embodies fine, I'll do it myself energy and hurries away. He tries to stop us by throwing, and I wish I was kidding, popcorn at us like a rhythm game. But before we can stop him, he presses the button and the volcano erupts. We come up all the way to space, but we just kick him into the abysmal void of space, perpetually drifting, only ever dreaming of reaching a planet.
And the world is saved! Yay! Yeah, that's it. Bye! Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!